What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel, and today we're reviewing last night's Monday Night Raw. So, this Raw I thought was good at parts, but pretty mid at other parts. There was some stuff, basically some stuff I liked, some stuff I didn't care for. One thing that was just like, what am I watching? And you can probably guess what that is. You'll see as we go section by section. So, Raw starts off. Typical, all the stars are here. Everyone's walking into the arena, saying, Michael Cole's just going through what matches are going on. Massive amount of pyro randomly. And then it truly kicks off with Gunther. I did think, Gunther, I thought, could be a real contender for the Royal Rumble. Not anymore after this show, but we'll get into it. Gunther's coming out. He's got a massive grin. The crowd are booing him. He's getting "you tapped out" chants. He's just getting booed every time he speaks. Not quite like Dominic Mysterio effect, but something like that. He calls himself the best wrestler in the company, ignoring the fact that obviously he tapped, but no proof. Well, there was proof. It's a video of it, but you know what I mean. I thought that was quite funny. He was the man to put Goldberg and John Cena, retired both of them, put Goldberg to sleep and made John Cena tap. And he's declaring for the Royal Rumble. Or he thought so. And then, they don't want none. They don't want none. They don't want none. AJ Styles comes out, crowd are chanting his name. AJ Styles, AJ's like, I want a rematch, partner. Otherwise, Gunther's like, ugh. If I have a rematch with you, AJ, I'm gonna have to pull double duty. Don't really want to do that. Tiring. So I haven't got infinite stamina, mate. So Gunther says no. He'd rather win the Rumble because he's already beat AJ in his book. So yeah, fair enough. AJ keeps saying, "Oh, you're scared, huh? You're scared because you tapped out. You're a little bitch." Basically. Says he taps out like a bitch. There's been a lot of swearing recently, I've noticed, since I've started watching again. I don't know if that's anything of note. Maybe it's just saying Mania season, so like, fuck it, we'll be loose with it. Crowd chant "little bitch" at Gunther. That was pretty funny. Gunther says he doesn't want to take the match because he has no incentive to take the match since he's already beat AJ, which does make sense. Gunther's like, yeah, I'm just gonna leave then. See you later. And then the crowd start chanting, "Oh, Gunther's a wanker." That popped me. That was funny. Yeah, pretty good crowd tonight. And then Gunther drops the ball. He doesn't drop the ball. Sorry, drops the bombshell, I guess. He says he'll only give AJ the match if AJ puts his career on the line. And everyone's like, oh. Some of the crowd go, no, no, no. Gunther wants his answer by the end of the night. And it's pretty good, this, because I like how Gunther flipped the script. So everyone's thinking, oh, Gunther, you're a bit too scared, aren't you, mate? You don't want to do the rematch. But he's like, all right, put your career on the line. Oh, now you're too scared. And obviously, by the end of the night, you get the answer. I quite like this, to be honest. Yeah, I just like putting career on the line, just good stakes. There's a lot of stakes missing in wrestling at the moment, especially for matches that don't have a title belt. So yeah, I quite like this, genuinely. I feel like this match is gonna rule at the Rumble. It's gonna, like, because of the stakes, you're gonna be like, you're biting onto near falls and stuff. It should be really good. I think probably AJ wins, so they could do the rubber match at Mania. But we'll see. Next up, oh god, oh god, yeah. You remember I was saying like some parts of the Raw not so good. Maxxine Dupri is backstage with Natalya. Natalya's back on screen. No pop. Maxxine says she's ready for the match. Are you? Didn't look like it when you're out there. Natalya, I put Natalya betrayal incoming question mark. Yes. And I just put who the hell cares if she did betray her? And yeah, that's pretty much how it plays out later. Then Becky Lynch comes out. The man has come around. And then whatever her new theme is, the man has come around. I mean, I get it, but what? Bit of a weird quip. Everyone needs a quip though, so her old theme we just knew she was coming out, but whatever. Becky, obviously, because during a break, well, not obviously, but yeah, she comes out during the break and she just grabs a mic and starts chatting shit. Says, like, coming back to Ireland reminds her of why she left. Typical heel stuff. Obviously, even though she's the home country. Is she from Northern Ireland? I don't know. Well, they were in Northern Ireland, weren't they? You know what I mean. She was she was in their home stadium basically. She's basically trying to like get the crowd to boo her. The light booing, not loads of it. She's going on about it. Everyone's saying she's the best again. Really, just wringing that dry, aren't we? Maxxine comes out, no pop, with Natalya. Natalya's wearing a fedora. Just random. Right, and then we get Becky Lynch versus Maxxine Dupri. Oh god, this match were awful. Was it better than the last one? Yeah, I think I've seen some people saying it was. Was it better? I don't know. I think it was about the same because the ending was so bad that it just like leveled it out. They were doing this at the house shows this match as well, I guess for Maxxine to get some more reps, but I heard the house show matches weren't good either, so yeah. Becky is wearing her Mania gear from when she fought Rhea. I forgot to research this. No, that isn't. I don't think that is right. But she's worn that gear with the blood drops before, like kind of Scott Hall-esque gear. She's worn that before for sure. I don't think it was a match of Rhea. I could be wrong. I thought she was wearing something to do with her books. Her book came out. I don't know. Yeah. So Maxxine tries to like do the old roll into a ankle lock. Doesn't get it. Does a drop kick that was a drop kick. No Okada. There was like they were like faffing around on the corner by the turnbuckle for a bit. And I guess actually this turnbuckle plays into the match more, thinking about it. No, actually, no, it was the opposite side, so never mind. Becky Lynch neck breakers Maxxine onto the turnbuckle. Maxxine just saying like this. Oh my god, I think I've just got my neck hit. Like, crowd are just singing because they don't really care. There's a leg drop from the second rope for 2, or it might have been from the top rope. Typical heel stuff in the break. Maxxine's like trying a different bunch of different pin combinations, really trying to do anything. Natalya is trying to get their crowd hyped for it. No one cares. Why are you trying to get the crowd hyped for Maxxine, considering what you're going to do later anyway? So, there's a really shit clothesline from Becky onto Maxxine. Just looked like just looked like this. You see his tissue? It looked like this. Oh, like it's just bad. Maxxine starts hulking up. God, just like it's just so. I bet I could do it better. Like it's just it's awful. Puts the straps down. That's normally a cheat code, but the crowd are kind of getting into it here. She does one cool move, so I give it. Maybe that makes it better than the last match. This move, Becky Lynch is like set up in like a curb stomp kind of fashion, and Maxxine does a hop up and then leg drops her face right onto the mat. That looked quite cool, to be fair. I'll give her that. I had a blimmin' orange for this bloody bourbon. There's a slam into an armbar. Maxxine turns it into a pin. Oh my god, it looks so bad. And Maxxine, you know, like when someone puts you in an armbar, you do this and you can like put them into a pin. Maxxine is so slow at doing this. It's just like Becky could have just let go. Like she's just so bad. get her off the screen, bruv. Disarmer. From that armbar, Becky does a disarmer. Again, gets reversed into a pin. That goes into an ankle lock. I've wrote here, like, because I was making notes. That's why I'm reading. So, just so I, like, know where I'm going and remember stuff, because I watched this last night. I wrote there's, like, a ping delay on all of Maxxine's stuff. It's like she's playing, like, Becky's on, like, no ping, and Maxxine's on, like, 50 ping or something. Or, like, 100. Because there's just a bit of lag before everything she does. It's like she has to think about it, and it's not natural to her. And that's because she hasn't had the reps, to be fair to her, but why are you putting her on the main show if she's this rubbish? Like, I mean, there's Jey Uso bad, and then there's this. Like, Jey Uso's a bit better than this, at least. Maxxine, top rope. Becky intercepts, superplex into a roll through DDT. That was nice. Maxxine kicks out at 2. So that was meant to be a near fall. The ref 1, 2, kick out instantly. Like not 1, 2, 3, kick out. No, it was like 1, 2, kick out. It's like, alright. It's like she, to be fair, probably didn't want to botch it. Although she was losing anyway, so it didn't really matter that much. Becky undoes the turnbuckle. Nearly gets sent into it herself. Classic. This is where Maxine's like lagging again. As a roll through into ankle lock. You get there eventually. It's just it's very sluggish and it's just not very smooth at all. Like I said, it's like 30 FPS when we're trying to be at 60. So they're in the ankle lock and Becky is here and Maxine's hit, obviously, but like they're like this. Maxine's got the ankle lock. Becky's doing the okay. I'm using my leg momentum to throw her into the turnbuckle, but because of the lag, Becky gets out of the ankle lock to throw Maxxine, and Maxine's there for like 2 seconds, and then she starts moving, but she doesn't even like sell the momentum enough. It's just like it looks so bad. She stops herself before she goes into the turnbuckle, but at that speed, it wouldn't have done anything anyway. Maxxine. She's just awful. Yeah, she just basically walks towards the turnbuckle rather than like momentum. Whoa, I've been flung into it. Then they're kind of like trying to throw each other into the turnbuckle. Becky goes into it. Yeah, Becky goes into the turnbuckle. This is to set up the pinfall. Oh, God. The near fall for Maxxine. Becky goes into it. Maxxine does, like, the really long, sort of weird kick she does. It completely misses Becky, but Becky sells it anyway. And they're right by the ropes, so it's like, okay. This was meant to be Maxine's big near fall. 1, 2... Natalya puts Becky's foot on the rope. How dare you? What a transgression! And I was just like, oh my god. And Maxine's going like, I can't believe you've done this. Like, it's... Becky's like, oh, alright. And then just manhandle slam, 1, 2, 3. The camera pans to Natty. And she's just there like... I'm a bit evil. I'm evil now. It's just like, ugh. Natalya just starts attacking her. The crowd don't really care. Why would they? Because she hasn't been on screen for ages. It's not like we had this massive, like, oh, I freaking love Natalya and Maxxine. My favourite duo. No one cares. This is going on for... This feels like it's going on for 10 minutes. Like this beatdown. Puts her into a sharpshooter. Michael Cole's like, someone help her then. Someone in the back, yeah? And then the ref just gets Natalya to get off her. And they're still going on. They're still beating down. You're just thinking, can you please move on to the next segment? Eventually it does. Jesus Christ. Yeah, this were awful. I think I'd just give it 1.5 again. Because Maxxine wasn't as bad as the last one. But there's still parts of it that were still shit. So I don't know. The ending, to be honest, the ending with the Nat attack, like, ugh, I don't know. terrible. 1 star or 1.5. Maybe just 1. Some people gave it higher, I saw on Dropkick. Are you... How? It's just awful. Anyway, we go backstage with AJ. He's with Adam Pearce. He says he's going to give his wife a call. Ask her, you know, what should I do about this situation. Paul Heyman then just comes out of a room. Adam Pearce is going to be ringside for the match later. Paul Heyman pulls a evil face. Yeah, is that anything? We go backstage with the Judgment Day. Stephanie Raquel's still out. Raquel's like, oh, for God's sake, I want to have a match here and get the goddamn belt. The girls are basically all hyping each other up here. Liv is like, yeah, you know what? When I first met you, Roxanne, I thought you were a bit rubbish. Thought you couldn't trust you. Just a bit rubbish, really. I like you now, actually. And Roxanne's like, oh, okay, thanks. Like, oh, you were mugging me off, and now you've put me over. That was kind of funny. That, you know, Liv's hyping up Finn for his big match. In the background, you see on 2K, Finn's won the match. Didn't quite see the star rating of the match because Raquel's head was in the way. I like kind of wanted to see that because it would have been funny. Imagine it was just like 2 stars. Yeah, so that's all that was. Next up, we have Jey Uso obligatory yeeting session. Yeet, yeet, yeet. Sorry. I just wrote here, like, yeeting is just not at the same level it was before. Like, the whole crowd used to do it. The whole crowd used to sing the song. When they do the pan out shot now, you can see maybe half the crowd doing it. And more so the people that are around Jey when he's in the crowd. It's just... So what happens, I guess, like, people have come to the realization with Jey Uso. It was a failed push for the Rumble win and the world title win. Nice experiment. Didn't quite work. I get why you pushed him. He was so over with the eating that it makes sense, but just didn't work out. I would never push someone at that whose skill level is that bad, like as a single star, personally. But you know that doesn't necessarily matter in WWE. How good you are. I mean, we just saw Maxxine Dupri shit the bed. So anyway. Basically, Jey Uso's out to declare he's out to declare for the Royal Rumble. Sorry, tripping over my words. I saw some people online talking about he just put him back in the tag division and now he's going back into the singles by declaring for the Rumble. I feel like this was just bollocks. Saying that, I mean, is bollocks. Tag teams enter the Rumble all the time. You see it later on as well in the women's division. So I don't really get that point. He's obviously not going back into the single. I think he's going to win the Rumble again. Like, no. He's going to get eliminated probably by one of the New Day, if I had to guess. I think we'll probably do New Day and the Usos at Mania with just the babyface and heel roles swapped. Which could be good. Could it? I would normally be looking forward to that because, you know, it's kind of a rivalry there, but this heel New Day stuff sucks ass. Yeah, Jey Uso just says his catchphrase and then that's it. I also want to say, like, when Jey Uso's serious, he's quite a good promo, but everyone just yeets after every sentence or every part of the promo, so it's like, and it's, I remember, like, when he would go, like, alright, no, come on, no yeeting, no yeeting, I'm trying to be serious. Like, I think he's quite good when he's serious, but he's just turned into a catchphrase yeet merchant, so it is what it is. We then head backstage with Adam Pearce. It's your boys, the New Day. It's like the quip or whatever. Grayson Waller's there. Forgot he existed. Next week there's a fatal 4-way for the tag belts and #1 contenders. New Day should win this. They wanted the match this week, but obviously Jimmy's not even there. So I think it is Creed Brothers, New Day, Alpha Academy, and one other team that I'm forgetting. Los Americanos, probably. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be that, which is fine, I guess. I mean, that's 3 heel teams. That's 1 face, isn't it? Los Americanos. Yeah, it is. That's a bit weird. Anyway, Kofi calls Adam Pearce a bald-headed tyrant. Kind of like that. Next up, we have got Vision versus Penta, Rey, and Dragon Lee. Penta, Rey Mysterio, and Dragon Lee, I should say, not Rey Fenix. No, God, no, not Rey. God, they're not brothers. So they're not the best tag team that WWE have at their disposal. No. We don't put them together. God, no. Vision come out first. Braun suspended, so he's not there. There's an advert that Cody Rhodes has got a dead man on his podcast. No way. Oh, you've done it now. You've gone and made a good podcast. Um, so, is that anything with them two on the pod? Shout out to What Culture Wrestling Podcast, by the way. The best wrestling podcast. Where the dead man originated from. I've just stolen that, really. But it's just funny. Still good stuff. Shout out to them. Then we get into the match. Not a bad match, this. There's a nice sling blade from Penta to Logan. A blockbuster from Logan. I want to say now, now we're talking about Logan, how it started off. Logan is so... He's obviously athletic, can't take that away from him. But he is really bad at the fundamentals. Like, if you watch Logan during these parts, I'm sure a lot of people, other people notice this as well. He's like, again, kind of like Maxxine, not as bad as Maxxine, I'll say that, but he has to think of what to do. He can't just smoothly like transition from move to move because he just learns spots, and it was very clear here he just lacks the fundamentals. Obviously he'll get them more as he goes. I don't really care because it's Logan Paul, but stuff like this just really made that clear for me. Logan does a big uppercut to Penta, but like it didn't look like a hit at all. He stole that from Claudio Castagnoli. But anyway, not the first thing he's stolen from an AEW wrestler, to be fair. So then you have Rey and Bronson Reed. This is quite cool. David and Goliath stuff. It was a nice exchange. Just seeing Rey Mysterio, like, he is still really good at what he does, even at his age. Like, yeah, he's so smooth with it. So smooth. Like, we're talking about, like, 30 FPS, 60... Rey Mysterio on 144 FPS. Like, this man is smooth with it. To this day, it's great. There was the luchadors all do, like, a different style of kick to... I think it's Bronson in the corner. That was cool. All the Vision are on the outside, and all three luchadors dive over. Rey does like a springboard while the other two dive over the top rope. That looked cool. Nasty bump to Penta. It looked like he landed right on his back. Cole was saying how Dragon Lee has had a great year. Check the calendar. It's been 19 days. So, yeah, I mean, that's not much of an achievement. I'm just being a twat. I obviously know what he means. Back from break, it's Austin Theory and Dragon Lee. Dragon Lee was getting worked in the break. Crowd at this point start chanting, Logan Paul is banned from Japan. I was trying to figure out what they were chanting, and I was like, really like trying to concentrate to hear it. And I just couldn't hear it. And then when it came back from break, they got louder, and it was, yeah, Logan Paul was banned from... I can't remember what the... Sorry, I can't remember the tone of the chant, but it was Logan Paul was banned from Japan. Just funny as hell, to be fair. Dragon Lee's desperate for the tag. Crowd chant Logan Paul was banned again. There was a springboard into a Hurricane Rana. I've wrote there was a slight delay on that, but I don't remember exactly. I guess there was, yeah, I don't remember that exactly, so, but I wrote that down. I don't know. Rey gets a tag. Rey's just awesome in here. He's doing Hurricane Ranas and around the worlds to Austin Theory. Goes for the 619. Austin Theory catches him. There's a sneak tag into Penta. Penta spins Rey around for a Hurricane Rana because Theory's got him up. That was quite cool. Penta hits Made in Japan. Penta driver, apparently. To me, that's made in Japan. Shout out to Shingo Takagi. But yeah, it's the same. I didn't realize Penta actually used that move. Or I think I forgot. Actually, it would have been, I knew Penta before Shingo, so I didn't know it was made in Japan. It's a really cool move, to be fair. So, there's like, it looks like a rough landing. Austin Theory maybe didn't know how to take the move properly. It is like an awkward, like unique looking move, why it's good. Everyone is, classic tag breaking down. Everyone's hitting their moves on each other. Logan military presses Ray onto the barricade, slams his head on it. The super kicks to Reed. Lee does a massive dive to Bronson Reed over the top rope. That looked awesome. Penta goes for a destroyer. Theory counters into a knee at the back of Penta's neck. That was quite nice. Here we go. Forgot to mention Adam Pearce was ringside for all of this. For some reason, him and Paul Heyman just get up on the apron and just start arguing with each other. I don't know why. I guess like because the match is breaking down, but both teams are doing it. So yeah, they're arguing with each other. While this is happening, obviously the ref is looking at those two arguing. Why do you have to get on the apron to argue? Just to distract the ref? Just a bit contrived. But anyway, Logan gets brass knucks, gives them to Austin Theory. Pearce is like, I've just seen that, I'm taking them off you. Paul and Pearce start arguing with each other just outside the entrance way, side of the ring. And while he's arguing, Paul, like, what did Paul say? Because Paul Heyman's getting in Adam Pearce's face, he's like, don't you get in my face. Just like, is this guy ever not angry? He puts the brass knucks down. Why'd you put them down? Put them in your pocket. Why? So he puts them down on the apron side of the ring, on top of the apron. It's just like, oh, why have you done that? But then Ray grabs them and just twats Austin Theory with them, which I did like. That was quite funny. Mexican Destroyer, and then Austin Theory is pinned. Nice comeback, Austin Theory. He's the pin eater. Austin Theory's mid as fuck. If you're an Austin Theory fan, how? How are you an Austin Theory fan? He's the most generic guy of guys. He's the most guy of all time. Like, this match was a bit boring at the start, but it really did pick up. 3.5 I've given it. Yeah, pretty decent. Not bad. Yeah, not bad at all. A bit contrived at the end with the brass knuck stuff, but the fact it led to Ray using it, I don't mind it. I thought that was kind of funny. But I guess maybe that'll lead into Paul Heyman's going to be like, Ray cheated. I'm not really sure. He's mainly talking about how Adam Pearce put his hands on so-and-so. He's using that as like a thing. Anyway, Punk is backstage, got booed because of the location. I was like, oh yes, we're getting heel Punk. Did we? Not really. Punk is ready to prove he's the best in the world wherever he is. There's a video from Martin Luther King, which was surprising considering WWE in its current state and the people they associate with. I was just surprised at this. I mean, they completely ignored Black History Month last year, so I thought this was going to get ignored again. Like this sort of thing, but no, there was a video for it, which is, surprising. Kathy Kelly in the ad with the New Day. I went to the toilet because I don't give a shit. You need a toilet break. This is your time to go to the toilet. Grayson Waller's on screen. Ugh, Jesus. Yeah, I've just wrote like a New Day heel run has to be one of Triple H's biggest fumbles since taking over. Like, really bad. This is where I was also thinking to myself, okay, face Usos versus heel New Day at Mania, I don't hate. They better start building it soon, though. Maybe I think in the Rumble it gets built. I guess you can't build it now because it's Jimmy. I assume Naomi's given birth and that's why Jimmy's not there, but I don't know that for certain. Paul Heyman's backstage running after Adam Pearce. The boom mic, like, whoever's holding it, like, puts it into shot, and Paul Heyman goes, "Hey!" And it's so loud. Like, Jesus Christ, it completely peaks the mic. But they're just arguing, and Paul Heyman's like, better pick up that phone call, or something like that. Next out is Rhiyo. This is my brutality. Insane pop for her. I like you can hear like the girls like screaming. You just hear girls in the crowd screaming for her. It's just like kind of funny how you can hear it. Yeah, I also noted both like this Rhiyo stuff is like a wholesome tag team. And both companies, AEW and WWE, both have like a wholesome tag team at the minute. Just kind of interesting. Um, Rhea comes out. Welcome to Monday Night Rhiyo. Well, it's not welcome to Monday Night Rhiyo because it's been an hour and a half already, Rhea. But anyway, EO's just like, we're gonna enter the Rumble, yay! Is this still over doing this? I feel like it's been a bit like EO's been a bit flanderized, have just like turned into a taunt. Like that's just get this in whenever you can. It was alright when it was just naturally happening, but when it like, yeah, she's just doing it too much. I feel like, they have an announcement, and the announcement is they're both going to be in the Rumble. We need 28 more women for the Rumble, but more come. Liv and Roxanne interrupt. Yeah, and they are also going to enter the Rumble along with Raquel. Rox was the Iron Woman last year, if that's anything. Didn't really help her. She wasn't on Mania or anything. I thought we were pushing Roxanne, but it didn't end up mattering because being the Iron Man or the Iron Woman does not matter. I think Penta was the Iron Man. Doesn't matter. Really doesn't matter. Especially because they barely get any eliminations anyway. Rox says, how are you both going to enter the Rumble? Probably just by entering it, if anything. Going out when your number's called, when your theme plays, that's probably how they're going to enter it. I get what they're trying to go for here, but it just sounds a bit dumb. It's more so how are you going to... You know only one person can win the Rumble, right? Is probably what she should have said rather than that. Liv's going on about how Rhea's going to turn her back on EO. She probably should. Yeah, I think we should do that. Because it happened to Liv. She had to explain it happened to Liv, although, you know, because there's going to be people watching that didn't know that. I knew that, but, you know, I get why they did that. Rhiyo, like, start hugging because of this. Just, like... Anyway. Rox and Liv, and, yeah, so Rox, Liv, and Raquel declare for the Rumble. Good job, because we're a week away, and there's still so many people that they need. I found this segment a bit cringe, to be honest. The dialogue, just like, whoever wrote this dialogue for the ladies, just bad. Yeah, it just felt, yeah, just not great. Rhea says, if you three are in the Rumble, how are you going to enter? Same way you two are going to enter. Like, what are we doing here? Anyway, Raquel comes out and attacks them both. Beat down. Liv hits Oblivion. If she hits that move on Saturday, she'll win the belts. Whoa. Because they're having a match at Saturday night's main event. This segment was just not great. Fine for declaring they're in the Rumble, but just not great. Anyway, I'm just going to move on. Los Americanos next. This sucks. This sucks. So I'm not even going to go over the match because there's no point. Actually, before that, Bayley's backstage with Lyra. Bayley's like going crazy, like, oh God, lost the match, go, dear. Lyra's like, oh, calm down a bit, calm down a bit. I feel like I've let you down, Bayley. Bayley's like, nah, what, are you crazy? What, are you crazy? Bayley's like got this split personality thing. Sometimes it's on, sometimes it's off. It's like Kanye West. Like, what's going on here? They're both entering the Rumble and they don't mind if either of them win. That's probably not true, but yeah. Anyway, I don't think either of them will win, by the way. Michael Cole even says that was something afterwards. Yep. You've really pointed that out, Michael Cole. Yep, that was something. Anyway, Los Americanos come out. God, their theme is awful, by the way. Like the just generic Mexican. Then, hey, what was it? Oi, 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 or whatever it is. Like it's so bad. I can't believe this has been going on. This has nearly been a year. This crap. Obviously, it was Chad Gable first, and I didn't mind it as Chad Gable, but even that went on too long. And that made me think of Chad Gable. I miss Chad Gable. Rumble comeback, possibly? That would be cool. But he's not going to win it, so I don't know. Anyways, Javon's going crazy. Pin attempts. I'm not sure where this happens. There's an awkward collision. Maybe it's during that they awkwardly run into each other when they're like trying to get under the rope. Maybe that was what caused it. Yeah, he's bouncing around like a crazy man, Hurricane Ranas, all of it. And unfortunately, during the ad break, yeah, there was a huge, yeah, so there was a springboard clothesline, and then it goes to ads. Now, Grande's just walking around the outside, and I'm thinking, what's going on here? Why is he just walking around? Why is Siobhan not taking the offensive to him? Javon's actually getting checked on by doctors, so El Grande's just having to walk around and just be like, yes, yes, or whatever. I don't know what that was. And I was thinking maybe Javon's hurt himself. Because it looked like he was grabbing his shoulder and his wrist when we cut back to him. And springboard, maybe it was off the springboard. I'm not sure. The doctor's talking to him. Yeah, this just sucked. Speedy recovery for Javon. This is an awful timing. Just he's getting his main event push. Not main event, sorry, but main roster push. Could have gone into a main event push, to be fair. He's that good. Really just... right before the Rumble, he would have definitely been in a Rumble, man, as well. Yeah, I hope he's alright. Hopefully it's not like a muscle tearage or like a breakage of a bone or something. Hopefully it's just like a strain and he will be alright. He could maybe make it to the Rumble with a strain. Depends, I think, because I strained my shoulder and like a muscle in my arm, and that took like a few weeks for that to go away. So I don't know. This stuff's pretty sad. I don't think it's a work, because now whenever someone's injured, you're thinking, is it a work because of Seth Rollins crap that they pulled? I don't think it is because of the way they went about it. Also, like, what would they get out of a Javon Evans work anyway? He's only just come back. Anyway, Jackie Redmond's backstage with Finn. Finn says he respects Punk, but this is his home turf, and he will win because we're in his home turf. There's a sneak peek at Unreal. Oh my god, this is awful, this. R-Truth. It's about the R-Truth situation from last year. Triple H is like, yeah, we didn't actually release him. So he must have thought we released him, but we were actually just not gonna renew his contract. Like, this is obviously just bullshit. He's just trying to save face. Triple H is a fucking loser. He is the biggest loser. You know, when you're a kid, you don't know how big of a loser is because you're just watching the show. You don't know any politicking or anything. Now that I've got back into wrestling, I can't believe how much of a fucking loser he is. Like, Jesus Christ. They're basically just trying to save face with the R-Truth situation. I just don't buy it. I don't buy it at all. How are you doing a work on the Unreal show? Like, what? Anyway, because of the injury to Javon, the Luchadors come back out during the ad and just, Ray's just putting over the other two, basically, saying they're going to be the future of Luchadors in WWE. There's another Obafemi video. I hope this man's a beast in the Rumble. That's when he's going to come up, so. But Triple H is not very good at Rumbles, if we're being honest, so I don't know. Like, usually the last section is good, or like last year when you had Seth, Punk, Roman, Cena, that was a cool visual. He's good at certain parts, visuals, but not really like the full thing. Last year's women's one was awful, for example. We're backstage, Vision and Adam Pearce again. Adam Pearce is lifting the suspension. I guess because Paul Heyman got on the phone with a lawyer. I'm guessing that's why. Pearce wants to iron it out and wants a face-to-face with Braun just to talk it out. Don't think Braun's much of a talker, mate. Have you seen him? Probably just spear you for a table. Oh, God. Austin Theory's trying to look, like, really hard. He's just going, like, the whole time that's what he's just like, it's so cringe. Logan Paul's using wired earphones. I thought you were rich, mate. Why are you using wired earphones? I just thought this was a bit odd. Like, Logan's character's like he's some rich little dickhead, but he's using wired earphones. Like, what? I'm not saying if you use wired earphones you're broke, by the way. I'm just saying, like, for Logan's character, that doesn't... It's strange. Anyway. AJ has talked to his wife. She said to AJ, hey, kick his ass, AJ. So he wants the match. And I've, like, this match should be really good. The last match was really good. Even with the weird ending, which wasn't as bad. Now I've sat of it, well, it wasn't that bad. This takes Gunther out of the Rumble, so, you know, I thought he might win it. There was a chance, especially if Sami won against Drew. We could have done Gunther Sami again, but with the roles reversed. I mean, there's a chance Gunther wins this match. He could do a double shift. I doubt it, though, because I imagine this match is going to be... But AJ's probably going to win this, because they'll do the rubber match at Mania. But I really like the idea of this match, like, career on the line. Having stakes is always good. Then we go backstage. Oh, God. We're backstage with Kairi and Asuka. This was... I don't know what they were doing here. Asuka was shouting at Kairi, and Kairi's like, oh, God. Oh, please don't hurt me. Oh. Like, it's really bad acting. Kairi says she promises to make sure Asuka wins the Rumble, and Asuka calls her a good girl. Says don't make me yell at you again. Yeah, so these two are Japanese, right? And the camera's on them. If they're in a one-on-one conversation, why would they not be speaking Japanese to each other? Why would they use their second language? Doesn't really make sense. But anyway, this was so anime-coded, this segment. Like, this is something you'd see in an anime, like the bully and the little minion. Like, except it doesn't quite work, doesn't really transfer to wrestling, but this was very anime coded. I would know, trust me. Yeah, a bit cringe, this, really, but anyway, let's move on. CM Punk comes out, huge pop. I noticed there was a person crying in the crowd. Like, as soon as he came out, this person broke down, man, like broke down in tears. I spotted them again later on, like in the wide shot. They really must... Punk must mean a lot to this person, so shout out to them. I'm not hating on that reaction. I mean, you know, these are the type of emotions wrestling can get out of you. That's what makes it so good, so shout out to them. Definitely no hate towards them. CM Punk is coming out, and then he, you know, just it's clobbering time. He goes... You know what time it is, you ginger? Excuse me? Yeah, it's clobbering time, if anything. I just found that funny. Punk's not getting booed yet. I had a feeling this was going to go long. Did the match go long? I don't know how long it went. These intros felt like they went on forever. There's obviously a fan, like, mugging Punk off, because he also says, like, he points at a fan. You come in here. Put you to sleep next. Just signs of CM Punk being a heel, so it's quite good. Punk's gear looked awesome. A late chance before Finn comes out. And I put, before he came out, I've noted Finn coming out to his old theme would be goated. What's he come out to? His old theme. Good stuff from WWE. Great call to put him over as a babyface for this night. I had, like, I low-key had chills from this, like, because it's a really good theme. It's just, like, don't know, it's just cool to see again. Yeah, it was just cool. It gave me, like, hype for the match. I think the match was good. I don't think it was amazing or anything. This theme is much better than this other one. We're going to go back to the other one after this as well. A great way of setting up Punk as the heel for the night. And they do the ring introductions, and Punk is getting booed, so good stuff. Right. Bell rings. There's a leg clothesline from Punk to take control. Punk tries his classic running knee into the corner, but Bálor counters the bulldog part of that move. There's a part where Finn looks like he's going for a sling blade, but it just goes into a headlock instead. I'm not sure what that was. This is about 5 minutes in, probably not even 5 minutes, and Punk is already looking gassed. Like, you watch him and it's just like, this is, yeah, before the first ad break, I noted, like, which isn't great for selling, because, like, you shouldn't be out of breath, shouldn't be selling anything 5 minutes in. You're meant to be in control as well. Anyway, Finn's like sent over the commentary desk, and the commentary is saying his knee was banged up and he was favouring it when he was under the desk. This didn't play into the match, so it didn't actually end up mattering. Punk in control during the break. There's dueling chants. CM Punk, let's go Bálor. CM Punk, that sort of thing. Nothing else really happened in the break. Punk gets his knee into Bulldog for a 2 count this time. Corey says, "Oh, if this goes long, who do you favour?" Corey goes, "CM Punk is a cardio machine." Is that meant to be a joke? Are you watching him? He's literally red and he's just breathing like Corey. You shouldn't have said that, mate. Anyway, there's punching exchanges, which are quite nice. Some forearms, punches to the head, and Finn finishes off the exchange with a Pele kick, and both are down. Bálor sends Punk into the corners, and then he's chopping him. He was favouring the leg, but again, it didn't end up mattering. Bálor sent into the apron. Is he? Bálor sent to the... Oh, yeah. So Bálor sent to the apron, but Punk is down. He does, like, 2 kicks over the top rope and is set up for the coup de grace. But Punk knees him, and he doesn't get it. And then there's a superplex from Punk. So as he's on the top rope going for the coup de grace, Punk comes up and gives him a knee and does a superplex. Bálor holds on and turns, like, they do the superplex, and Bálor holds on, grabs Punk's legs with his legs and turns it into a pin. That was nice. Straight out of this, Punk's like, "Oh, Jesus," and then just does a clothesline. Bálor does a ripcord sling blade, which is nice, and sends Punk to the outside. He does a big dive over the top rope. That was nice. Balor's in control, goes for his shotgun dropkick, but nope, he misses the coup de grace. Punk goes for his GTS, gets it. Bálor kicks out for a nice near fall. The GTS, everyone kicks out of that now, don't they? Like, yeah, it's not like the one-winged angel or something, like one of these other moves. Like, I just kind of figured he was going to kick out. Multiple elbows. Punk is just beating Bálor down. He goes into Anaconda Vice. Bálor gets his foot on the rope. Does the GTS pose. Bálor fights out of the GTS though, into a sling blade, into the shotgun dropkick, into another shotgun dropkick, and now the coup de grace. He hits it, but Punk kicks out. Man, I mean, he hit his all his signatures, one of them twice, and the coup de grace, and Punk still kicked out. Crowd are really into this. Credit to Finn Bálor, genuinely. Punk has Bálor up for a GTS, but there's a roll-up from Bálor. It was nice. Punk rolls through. GTS again. Hits it. Pin. 1, 2, 3. CM Punk retains. Pretty good main event. They handshake. There's even a little hug at the end. And that was it. I thought this was good. I gave it 3.75. I don't think it was a 4. Just because slow at points. It's kind of hard. I love CM Punk, but it's hard to ignore him getting gassed because it's happening every match. It's just hard to ignore, especially when he's meant to be the one in control. He doesn't look like he's in control because he's just breathing. You watch the end of the match. Punk looks way more gassed than Finn. Punk's older, obviously he's going to be more gassed, but with the story of the wrestling, it's hard to take seriously. So, yeah. It was cool seeing heel Punk. Wasn't too much heel stuff here though, to be honest. Yeah, I guess maybe kicking out of all his moves like a heel, like, yeah, fuck your moves. Wasn't too much heel coded stuff. Other than like being quite aggressive. Yeah, I think Raw in the end pretty mid, but with some good moments, i.e. main event. The Vision Luchadors match was pretty good, and I like the setup for AJ and Gunther as well. Yeah, not a terrible Raw. Just one of those Raws, par for the course Raw, really. It's what you expect. This was not better than AJ versus Gunther. I'm just going to say that now. I've seen people online giving this 4 stars, 4.25. I've seen some guys say it was a 5-star. Are you delusional? What is a 5-star to you, if that's a 5-star? This was just like an average match you'd see on Dynamite, to be honest. But yeah, still good. A 375 is not bad. It's just like, it's good, not great. I just didn't think it quite reached great because you had two near falls, really. Um, yeah, it's just Finn isn't like the most amazing wrestler, and this was not exactly an amazing display. It was a good display, but it's like, I don't know. Just a good match. Either way, this has been going on long. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Comment down below what you thought of this Raw, if you agree, disagree with what I said. And yeah, I'll be back to review Dynamite. I won't review SmackDown. I might watch it, I don't know. I watched last week's SmackDown, it was fine. Yeah, it was just fine. Some good matches on there. Saturday night's main event, I'm not reviewing that. And then next week, we'll have Raw and the Rumble. So, without further ado, let's close it out. Goodbye, mwah, and good night.